From Little Havana, just west of downtown Miami, we've got baseball from Lone Depot Park. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Marlins. Hi again, everybody. It's finally here. Welcome to our special opening day edition of Baseball on the Show. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. The staffs for these two teams sure to be a focal point as this series moves along.
Just like any team, pitching is going to be a key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but if they can pitch like they can, I think this team is going to be pretty successful.
The game's count starting now. It's opening day. It's the show. And it's coming up next. Brett Saberhagen gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. Dan, any thoughts?
This guy had a year you'd love to forget last year. Awfully ugly. We'll see if he can rebound and pitch much better. And if he doesn't, his spot in the rotation could be in jeopardy. It'll be awfully important that he gets off to a good start in this one.
So now into the box is Bobby Doerr. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. And now the first pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first. In time. One away. And here's the starting lineup for the visiting Tampa Bay Rays. D-Row, what do you got in this lineup in the series opener?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch fouled away. The next 0-2. Swing and a little tapper. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Very nice afternoon, high skies and 77 degrees at game time. Now the pitch. Swing and a liner, but unfortunately right at the shortstop for the second out.
Batting first, the center fielder, number 24, Willie Mays.
And now Willie Mays. First offering. Lifted in the air toward the line in right. Right fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Rays. And now the Marlins will have a crack at things. No score. Striding in is Napoleon Lajoie. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The second baseman, Napoleon Lajoie.
Pitch on the way. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Morris continues what has been an incredible career on the mound. Looking at his lifetime totals, he's up over 250 wins. And I guess the question now is whether he'll make it all the way to 300. And now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. A ball and 2 strikes.
That's just a great pitch right there. Great execution. He just got that hitter to think that pitch was knee-high, nasty, diving out of the zone.
1-2, here it comes. Oh, and it's not often you see a guy like that flail so badly up there, but that was a great pitch for out number 1. So he comes up empty in his first major league at-bat.
I know he was expecting more, but that's a win. If you could put the ball in play your first big league AB and you're able to get that adrenaline and the nerves out of you, that's a win right there.
Stepping in now, Tris Speaker, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Here's the pitch.
I get it. He wants to see this guy's repertoire, but now he's behind in the count. Puts himself in a tough spot to hit.
And that's lifted the other way out to left. Holloway will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 2.
Batting third.
Time now for a glance at the Marlins lineup card in this one. What's the key for a home win here tonight, Mark?
Well, Matty, we know this is a pitcher's park. The numbers bear it out. Look for the managers to play a part in this one. Hopefully the guys listened in the hitters meeting. They're going to stay up the middle, big part of the yard. But when they get on, look for some wheels in motion, some execution, trying to manufacture some runs. I think that's how this lineup will play it out.
Pete Rose is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. And it's quickly 0-2. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Into the windup and the pitch. Pulled the string on him. Strike 3 swinging. Johnson corrals it, and that ends the inning. Second inning coming up here in South Florida with no score. New inning set to get underway, and stepping up is the shortstop, Willie Wells.
Willie Wells.
First pitch of the AB now. And that gets the black on the outside. A good slider that time. Wells is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
Rolled slowly down the third baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. And it's fouled away. Here he comes again, 1-2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Into the box now, Norm Cash, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted high and deep, and that's a home run into the top tank. So that's his first home run in the big leagues, and it's fair to say it's a moment he'll never forget.
Well, there's no doubt about that, Matt. People ask him 50 years from now who he hit it off of and what stadium he was playing in, and he'll remember it all. Heck, he'll probably remember what kind of pitch it was, too. Hopefully he can get the ball back so that can go in his trophy case forever.
Standing in now, Carlos Gonzalez, as he hits one on a line to left field. Hara is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
Into the box, Ron Santo, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And he just ramps up and gears the fastball by him. 0-2.
I know this guy has a lot of weapons on the mound, but what makes him so successful is that he's aggressive in the zone, getting ahead, forcing action.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch.
Hey, textbook waste pitch right there. Does he go elevated fastball again or something slow below the zone?
Two out, nobody on. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Rays off and running early on the solo home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Tampa Bay's out to a 1-0 lead. Bottom of the inning now, and in strides the familiar waddle of pops. Willie Stargell.
The first baseman, Willie Stargell.
First pitch on the way. Oh, 0-1, here it comes. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
This is a perfect example of why the slider is such a great pitch and such a dangerous pitch, too. Sometimes it moves so much that you just lose control of it. This one runs way too far in, and the hitter is standing on first as a result.
Stepping in next, Roberto Clemente. Now the first pitch. Fastball well outside. And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now.
Now, this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
And that one yanked just foul.
He's going to be thinking about that pitch all night if he doesn't have a big game right here. Pulled his front shoulder and everything went with it.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. 3-1 now.
He drilled the previous batter, and now he falls behind 3-1 to this guy. The last thing you can do, though, is throw a fastball middle of the plate right here.
Swing, and he rockets this one down the left field line. Gone! So a 2-run homer down the line in left. First home run of the campaign for him. As the Marlins take the lead, it's now a 2-1 ball game.
Well, his first home run of the season is a memorable one. As we take a look at it here, you can see that it was 50-50 if it was going to stay fair. But somehow he wills it just enough until, clank, it hits off the foul pole for a homer.
At the plate, Sal Hara.
No left field.
As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. To first. Oh, just a brutal hop, and it goes right by him. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Sal Hara has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
And that'll bring up Buster Posey as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. They stay away with the forkball, but then fall behind here 2-0.
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
Now the 2-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
I mean, he had to. I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt and say he was sitting something off speed. Because to be late on a fastball and a count like that is just unforgivable.
Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. And that is off the wall. And they keep rolling here. Their runners at the corners with still nobody out. And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. At the plate now, Omar Vizquel. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one.
It's not easy to continue pounding the strike zone when you've given up 3 consecutive hits, but he has to trust that getting the ball down in the zone will get him an out.
The 1-0 delivery. Runners are at first and third with none out. Rounded softly down the line toward first. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter. You think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
To the plate now, Brett Saberhagen, and he fouls this one off. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, got him reaching. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on.
Well, you know, AL pitchers must love pitching in NL ballparks because all of a sudden they're only facing 8 legitimate hitters in the lineup instead of 9. Kind of makes you wonder why any free agent pitcher would ever decide to pitch in the AL, doesn't it?
So now to the plate, Napoleon Lajoie. As the first pitch here is a bit high, it's ball 1. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
The 2-0. On a swing to forget there, it's back even at 2-2.
Hey, don't kid yourself. I know those were 2 bad swings, but he hits middle of the order for a reason. It only takes 1 swing.
Towards second. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. We've played 2. 2-1 now, Miami. Leading off the inning, it'll be Charles Johnson, and they could use a spark from him here.
Johnson.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch.
That's a ball.
Now the 1-0.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
Fouled off. The 2-1 home. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Into the corner and slicing foul. And the pitch. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Clemente is there. 2 down.
The batter, number 1, second baseman, Bobby Doerr.
Now to bat, Bobby Doerr. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch on the way. And that fastball's taken, but catches the outer third.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
The windup and the 0-1. Strike 2.
Unless you're willing to sell out and try and take one part of the field out of play and just work the ball up the middle the other way, it's extremely difficult when a guy's throwing this hard to stay back on a break.
But we'll have to press pause as that strike 3 to retire the side. Rays go in order 1, 2, 3. They're down 2-1. So now to the plate, Tris Speaker. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
The center fielder, Tris Speaker.
First pitch on its way. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. 2 balls, no strikes to the Miami center fielder. Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Swing and a miss on the forkball there, and they're even at 2-2 now. Into the windup and the pitch. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the
Up
big
next
leagues,
for the Marlins,
you have to expect a certain
the third
amount of this.
baseman,
There aren't any
Pete
easy at-bats at this
Rose.
level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
Stepping in now, Pete Rose, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Struck out in his first at-bat. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Man, and he's nowhere near that pitch. It's 2-2.
When a pitcher puts you in the proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take a deep breath. You can't start trying to guess along with him. Trust your fundamentals and stay on that fastball.
And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
And this is where he's especially dangerous because if you walk him, he can steal a base on you. But if you lay a fastball in there, he can take you deep, too.
Into center field, line drive, base hit. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark.
Willie
Pete Rose has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
Into the box, Willie Stargell, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. One and one now the count to the Marlins first baseman, using the slide step to try to control the running game.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Strike called. Now the throw down is not close as he's in there with a stolen base.
That's a swipe of the bag, and this catcher, he throws really well, too, so that's not easy. Good job there by the base runner.
Rose, the runner at second with one away. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And rarely do you see a player of his caliber fooled that badly, but he was tied up in knots that time. 2 away now.
The right fielder, number 21.
So a man at second here with 2 away, and that'll bring up Roberto Clemente.
Well, Matty, we know he's got the timing on the fastball locked in. That's what he got a hold of on that home run in the previous at-bat. You do not come off the heater. Have to be leery of the off-speed, but stay on the fastball. He's got to throw it again.
Comes set, the 0-1. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. Hard ground ball to third. Reined in. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1 left for Miami. They lead it 2-1. Digging in will be Christopher Holloway. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Christopher Holloway.
Here's the first pitch. Now a bunt attempt here, but a foul ball here. 0-1. Now the pitch. The bouncer to the left side. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now back, the center fielder, Willie Mays.
Next to hit, Willie Mays. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Nope. Too high. 1-0. Fouled away.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And it's fouled away. 4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. He makes the throw to first. 2 down. So the next to bat will be Willie Wells. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. No balls and 1 strike. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. A ball and 2 strikes to the Rays shortstop.
Man, this guy's in a good groove right now. 7 straight retired. He's locked in.
And he fouls this one off. Now another 1-2. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Rays. Our score remains 2-1. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Don Mattingly about the Marlins' offensive production. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already. And he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And standing in the rookie outfielder, Sal Para.
Sal Para.
First pitch on its way. The windup and the 0-1. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. Popped him up. Wells is camped under this one, and he's got it for out number 1.
Now batting.
So we saw the fastball there as he got the pop out, and that'll segue right into our pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. And both guys throwing the country hardball so far. Top speeds of 95 and 97. Here's Buster Posey now. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. In there for strike 1, 0-1. Posey, a native of Georgia. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
I'll tell you what, boys, I'd like to be this guy's agent. He's approaching free agency. He's one of the best players in our game. He's lived up to everyone's expectations, and I expect him to get absolutely paid this offseason.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
In now, Omar Vizquel, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Into the windup and the pitch. Ball 2. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. The 2-2 one more time. Swing and a liner. Leaps and makes a terrific catch. And with that, the side is retired. Another look as he goes way up to get that one at short. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, Rays manager Kevin Cash talked to me in between innings about his lineup's offensive production. And he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've only managed one base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
The first baseman, Norm Cash.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Norm Cash will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
I'll tell you, it's hard to get more of a confidence boost than striking out the best hitters in the lineup back to back to back. He's looking really sharp right now.
Standing in now, Carlos Gonzalez, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. And another foul ball.
He got a mistake right there, but missed it. Can't foul that pitch off in a big spot. 0-2 count. Heater caught too much of the zone.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
Well, he's really rolling on the mound right now. All you have to do is look at the last 4 hitters for evidence. All 4 of them have gone down on strikes, as you're seeing here. That's not easy to do, so you know he's got to be pretty dialed in out there.
To the plate now, Ron Santo, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The windup and the 0-1.
Nope.
Just off the plate and high, ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Fifth inning, 2-1 our score. Oh, he couldn't catch up with the gas that time.
Wow, that's 4 straight Ks. He's knocking them down. He's looking for number 5 right here. You can tell this guy on the mound, he is pitching with a whole lot of confidence in this one.
Fouled away. He'll try again, 1-2. Hit hard up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So good work on a 1-2 count to get on base. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Ron Santo has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
At the plate now, Charles Johnson, and he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. He's under it, and that ends the inning. Rays strand just the one. They still trail it here 2-1. Set now for the bottom of the fifth, and set to stand in as the veteran pitcher, Brett Saberhagen.
Brett Saberhagen.
On its way is pitch number 75. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Good changeup, and it's 0-2.
Hey, as a hitter right here, you can't be leaning out over. I know those first two pitches were in the outer half, but nothing saying he can't ride a fastball in right here.
Scooped up. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
The batter,
so the lineup flips over, and digging in, Napoleon Lajoie. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him 0-1. 1-1 to the Marlins leadoff hitter. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
And now a pitch on the way. High in the air out to center field. Mays is there, 2 gone.
The center fielder, number 3, Tris Speaker.
Now it'll be Tris Speaker, struck out in his last trip to the plate. Here's the first pitch. And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right. Gone! A solo shot here to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him, and it gives the Marlins a 3-1 lead. At the plate, Pete Rose. Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. A leap, but it's off his glove. Not quite out of here. It's off the out-of-town scoreboard. Now the relay home, and he will score on the inside the park home run, and that was a gift right there.
Really? Stargell.
Into the box, Willie Stargell. Now another one hit deep to left. Left fielder looking up to the track, to the wall. Gone! You got to be kidding me. Back-to-back home runs. A solo shot here to left. First home run of the campaign for him as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
Well, sometimes runs come in bunches, and that's definitely the case in this inning. That's 3, count them, 3 home runs in this frame alone. 4 for the game. Did someone throw a home run derby they didn't tell me about? Sure looks that way.
Next up, Roberto Clemente. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Now here's the pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. So they get 3 runs here, all coming via solo home runs. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. Miami's out in front, 5-1. Nick Markakis will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
Number 21, Nick Markakis. Fans, a new season is upon us, filled with hope and optimism for the months ahead. And what better way to stay involved all season long than with a full or partial season ticket plan? Whether you're looking for a handful of marquee games or all 81 home games.
First pitch coming, here it is. The windup and the 0-1. Below the zone, a swing and a miss.
Hey, I know it's a day game, but these guys better wake up. He's on point today, throwing a lot of exploding stuff, darting and diving all over the strike zone.
And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first out.
Now batting, the second baseman, Bobby Doerr.
Next, it'll be Bobby Doerr. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Hey! One of the biggest factors on how long you're going to go with a start is how many first pitch strikes you throw. 80% usually means you're going to have a pretty good day. That's on the menu so far.
We're in the 6th inning now of a 5-1 ball game. Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. The next 0-2. A bouncer up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Bobby Doerr has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
So now to the plate, Christopher Holloway, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. From the belt, the pitch. In there, strike 2. Runners on first with 1 down. Grounded back up the middle. Fielded cleanly to second for one. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
It's really tough to double up a guy with the speed that he has, and he was hustling all the way on this ground ball. So they should be happy they at least got the guy out at second. It'll be interesting now to see if he tries to use that speed again and swipe a bag and get into scoring position.
Now here's the first offering. Willie Mays is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1.
Offensive game plan needs to change right here. They need to get a little bit more aggressive. It's too late to try and work counts.
Now the 1-1 pitch. And it's fouled away. Holloway leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it different.
Well, leave it right there as he strikes out, and that ends the inning. One left for Tampa. They're down 5-1. Will Harris is out from the bullpen now as he'll get the call here on opening day.
Number 38, Will Harris.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and coming forward, the rookie outfielder, Sal Hara.
The left fielder, Sal Hara.
From the stretch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
You got to love guys auto taking you 0-0 if you're on the mound. You could steal that first strike, and now you go to work, just picking apart the corners.
Missed low and inside with it, 1-1. Now the pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Again, a 1-2. Now a cutter down around his shoe tops as he hops out of the way.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
Here now the 2-2. Line drive to center field, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. With that, the Marlins get a good start to the inning with their leadoff man aboard.
Now batting.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they've had an unbelievable scouting report on these pitchers today. They are finding barrels. They are not trying to do too much. Guys are staying in the big part of the field and hitting everything on the screws.
Stepping in now, Buster Posey, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball one. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. The 1-0. And action now in the Tampa Bay pen as it looks like a right-hander's begun to get loose. Nobody out, runner on first. And he watches this one in there for a high strike. count even at 2-2 to the Marlins catcher. Here's a look over to first, and the runner back easily. And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. And that misses for ball 4. And it's 1st and 2nd now with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Up next, Omar Vizquel, as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box.
And this isn't his strong side, at least not in terms when you look at the stat sheet or his consistent contact rates. I just don't think he's quite as smooth with his rhythm and swing mechanics when he's hitting left-handed.
He's set, and the pitch. And he fouls this one off. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. The 0-2 pitch is in off the plate. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. 1st and 2nd here with nobody out. Fouled off. The 2-2 one more time. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. The 2-2 one more time. Turned on, but it's wide at first and foul. Ready with another 2-2. And this is swung on and missed. And boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Standing in now, Brett Saberhagen, as he can't catch up on a fastball to letters, and it's strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. In the dirt here. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Runners are at 1st and 2nd with 1 away. He'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
I think that's one of the toughest calls for an umpire to make. The check swing appeal. Hitters rarely feel like they went, and I don't think he likes getting rung up there by the first base umpire. But looking at it, it's hard to say for sure that he didn't go around.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Napoleon Lajoie is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hara at second. Posey at first. 2 out in the inning. And he throws a cutter right by him to take control. 1-2.
Hey, it's looking like he may be able to get out of this one after giving up 2 singles early.
And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Marlins strand a pair. They're up 5-1. So here's the cleanup hitter, Willie Wells. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
First delivery to him.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
Now here it comes. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
He's really racked up the strikeouts in this one, and this guy's been victimized 3 times already today. He and this lineup are clearly having a really tough time picking him up.
To the plate now, Norm Cash, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
Hey, every ball club has that spark plug guy, and this is the guy right here. He usually ignites a lot of productive innings.
The 1-1. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Carlos Gonzalez.
At the plate, Carlos Gonzalez. A ball and no strikes. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. One and two.
Man, this has been a game filled of a lot of swings and misses. Not very many confident swings, and this team up there, they'd swing at a butterfly right now if it flew in front of the plate. Lots of swings, lots of misses, a lot of ugly at-bats for this team right now.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Seventh inning here in a 5-1 ball game. And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ball game, and that'll end the inning. Rays go in order, 1, 2, 3. They're down here 5-1. So here is Tris Speaker.
For the Marlins.
Yeah, Matt, that last one wasn't exactly a tape measure shot, but listen, a home run is a home run. I know a lot of pitchers, they call that a wall scraper in his last AB, but listen, it counts as a home run nonetheless.
He's set. Here it comes.
Hey, make no mistake about it, this lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding the zone.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Door shading to his right. Makes the play, 1 away.
Now batting, the third baseman, Pete Rose.
Next, here is Pete Rose. First offering on its way. One out, nobody on. Hit out towards second. He's got it. And quickly there are two away.
Up next for the Marlins, the first baseman, Willie Stargell.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Willie Stargell. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And that misses for ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Now a half swing here as he wanted to pull it back, but he does so too late. It's strike 1. One and two now.
Get the chainsaw out today, boys. If he's going to throw back-to-back cutters like that, we are going to have some guys getting some wood blown up in their hands.
Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still even at 2 and 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a miss, and that's out number 3. Miami down in order. They lead this one though 5-1. Now to the plate, Ron Santo. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
And now the first pitch. In there for strike 1.
This guy's throwing a gem so far. Biggest key, 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike.
Man, this dude is locked in on the mound. He's throwing each pitch with confidence.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Ball 1. The count is 1 and 2.
Fouled away. Another 1-2 delivery. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, 1 down.
Now back.
With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the 2 starting pitchers in the game. And the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Not too many hits to go around at this point in the ball game. Ready now is Charles Johnson. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Here's the first pitch.
Hey, I still believe in my heart the best pitch is a well-executed fastball down and away, and that's exactly what that is. He swings at that. That's off the end of the bat. That's not hard contact at all.
And he will make the play. 2 away now.
Now back. The pitcher.
Reggie Smith will grab a bat hit for the pitcher here.
Number 7, Reggie Smith.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball.
5-1 our score as we play the 8th. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. Popped him up. Stargell over to his left, and that's the 3rd out. Down in order go the Rays. They're down 5-1. Number 40 will take the ball now as the new pitcher.
Now pitching for the Rays, number 40.
Now at the plate, Roberto Clemente. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
The right fielder, Roberto.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he takes ball 1. Now the 1-0 gets him to chase a ball out of the zone for the first strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2. And he just carves him up there on 4 pitches, 1 gone. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least 1 pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
Into the box, Sal Hara, as he looks at a fastball on the inside corner for strike 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. Hit softly down the line at first. Reined in, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting, the catcher, Buster Posey.
Next up, Buster Posey. He's 1 for 2 in this one. First pitch on its way. Now a southpaw up to throw in that Tampa Bay bullpen. A 1 pitch on its way, and a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. 2 out, nobody on. Hit weakly on the ground to short. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. So they go quietly here in this half inning. We've played 8 full. It's the Marlins 5, the Rays 1. Stepping in once again is Bobby Doerr. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered one hit to the top three guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
And now the first pitch.
Ball.
Hey, in this day and age where everybody's watching the pitch count, that was pitch number 100 in the ninth inning, but he still looks awfully impressive on the mound.
Count now a ball and a strike. Hit the other way out toward right field. And not the start they were hoping for as the leadoff man is kept off base to start the ninth. A reminder to stick around at the conclusion of the ball game this afternoon, as we'll get you full highlights of today's contest right here on the show. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Christopher Holloway. Here's the first pitch to him. Scorched to third. Throw to first will be in time, and the Rays are now down to their final out.
Now batter, the center fielder, Willie Mays.
Up next for the Rays, Willie Mays. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
That's a ball.
And even though he's had some success against this guy in the ball game, he still knows he's a very dangerous opponent. He won't want to fall behind him any further.
2-0 now.
Ball 2.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
Mays connects and sends it deep to left. Looking up is the left fielder, and that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. It's a solo shot for the Say Hey kid Willie Mays. First home run of the campaign for him, and it's now a 5-2 game. We've seen these squads go yards 6 times now today. This game has developed into an absolute slugfest, huh, guys?
Yeah, Matt, you know what, D-Roll, we got up this morning for this day game here. We were expecting a high-scoring game, but, boy, we haven't been disappointed.
Yeah, you take the temperature of a lot of guys in the league. They definitely will tell you they see the ball better in the daytime than they do at night. Case in point today, ball was jumping off the bats of both lineups.
He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations.
Well, the first is going to be in time to take care of him, and the Marlins move to 1-0 on the young season as this ball game is over. 5-2 the final today. Miami took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Brett Saberhagen earns his first win of the season, turning in a very strong complete game effort. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Wackney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
Here now is our final line score for this afternoon. First, for the victorious Miami Marlins, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Rays, 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors. They left 2 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 4 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Opening day is behind us, so let's look back at how the first games of the year played out on the diamond. Starting off in the National League East, the Marlins combined for 4 total home runs as they beat the visiting Rays 5-2. The Atlanta Braves put up 16 hits on the day as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 10-0. The Washington Nationals launched 3 home runs as they manhandled the Mets 6-0. Carl Crawford picked up 3 base knocks in the ballgame, leading the Cubbies to a win over the Pirates 4-3. The Cardinals put together 10 total hits as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 4-2. The Twins amassed 14 hits in the game as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 9-7. The Colorado Rockies got the best of the Dodgers at home 5-4. The Diamondbacks hit 3 long balls as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 5-1. The Jays allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 2-1. The Orioles knocked out 12 hits as a team as they took down the Red Sox on the road 8-7. The Cleveland Indians took down the Tigers in Detroit 5-2. The Kansas City Royals stole 5 bases in total as they were winners over the visiting Rangers 5-2. Jerry Guzman got the win throwing 8 innings, allowing 1 earned run as the Angels downed the White Sox 3-2. The A's went deep 4 times as they got the home victory against the Astros 7-6. The Giants racked up 11 hits as a team as they bested the Mariners 6-1. That does it for the recap of opening day. Baseball is back. Don't forget to join us tomorrow morning and all season long for the latest.